Alright guys, welcome back to another UFC video. Man, what a great card we had. Mexico Fight Night definitely delivered and gave us some fun fights and some great moments. Anyway, we will be breaking down each fight and going over my predictions, but spoiler alert, I went 11 for 1 tonight, almost sweeping the card, but let's just get straight into the first fight. We had Markel Medeiros going up against Austin Hubbard. Man, this was low-key kind of a boring fight. To be honest, the fight could have gone either way, but I gave Medeiros the first round and Hubbard the second. Hubbard was definitely winning that third round. He did have some pretty bad control, but Medeiros landed a nasty elbow to the head, which in my opinion led him to steal the third round. Medeiros showed decent takedown defense, keeping Hubbard 2 for 9 on takedown attempts. But to be honest, Medeiros sucks at grappling, and if he gets matched up with a better grappler than Hubbard, I don't think he can beat them. My prediction for this fight, I had Medeiros winning by decision, and surely enough, Medeiros did win. He did get a split decision though. It was, like I said, it was a very close fight, and it could have gone either way. Anyway, moving on to the second fight of the prelims, we got Jamal Emmers versus Gabriel Miranda. Man, where do I start? Okay, let's just cut Miranda from the UFC. He's not UFC worthy. Emmers had a really good performance where he stole the fight with the huge right and some hammer fists to finish Miranda. Emmers was just landing everything. He looked great. The only thing that I saw from Miranda was a really good level change, but that's about it, to be honest. But I got this pick correct as well, going 2 for 0. I actually got the KO/TKO prediction too. So yeah, in the next fight, we had Rafa Garcia going up against Vince Pichel. Garcia was the faster fighter of the two. He was a bit more accurate as well. Ended the first round with the great clean takedown, slamming Pichel straight to the ground. I went back and forth for the second and third round. It was a fun fight to watch. It was a very back and forth fight. For this fight, I had Garcia winning by decision, and I got this pick correct, putting me at 3 for 0. Like I said, it was a fun fight, but not as fun as Lupi Godinez versus Julia Polastri. This fight also went the distance, but it was a super fun fight to watch, to be honest. Man, the women fights have been on a tear. It was Lupi dominating Polastri for the first 2 rounds, both on the ground and on the feet. Lupi caught a head kick with her hands and slammed Polastri through the freaking mat. Lupi was doing whatever she wanted up until the third round, where she started to get fatigued and it was showing. And that's where Polastri started getting things going for her. Like I said in my video, she starts a little bit later. But in this fight, it was a little too late. But Polastri's definitely tough as nails. Props to Polastri for going the distance with Lupi Godinez. I thought she was going to get a finish, but Polastri hung in there. Also, props to both of these female fighters. They gave us a really fun fight to watch. And like I said, Polastri definitely performed better than what I expected. I got the prediction correct here. I had Lupi Godinez winning. I did say it was going to be a KO/TKO, but I had Lupi Godinez winning. So that put me at 4 for 0. Anyway, for the fourth fight, we had a fun technical grappling match with some crazy reversals by Costa and a close submission by Rodriguez. Costa looked decent on the feet, but on the mat, it was crazy to watch, and he showed some great skill. On the other hand, Rodriguez kept it pretty close throughout the fight, but it was not enough to get a win over Costa. I feel like Costa did more than enough and showed more domination on the ground. I also got this pick correct. I had Costa winning here. I did say that it was going to go to submission, but it ended up going the distance, and this put us at 5 for 0 on my picks. The featured fight of the prelims was between Jose Medina and Atiba Gutierrez. There's not really much to dissect here other than Medina asking to basically get KO'd, where Gutierrez said, "If you ask, you shall receive," and gave him a nice gift to the face with a nasty knee to KO Medina. I think we got a new middleweight Ngannou here. Atiba Gutierrez showing promise, and for his build, he is very athletic. And I think this is adios to Medina, to be honest. This is his third fight in a row that he lost. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about these two guys. I did get this prediction right, both the winner and the method of victory too. This put me at 6 for 0 for the night. I was going on a tear. However, it all ended with the next fight. The main card opener was Borjas putting Lazy Boy in a striking clinic. Man, Borjas dominated and pieced up Rodriguez here. Rodriguez does have a fire hydrant for a chin. He ate all of Borjas' shots. Man, my boy here is trying to speedrun CTE, bro. Like, come on. Yep. Kevin Borjas fraud checked Lazy Boy here. Just my last bit is that Borjas had a great performance. And Lazy Boy needs to lock in, bro. And he actually needs to make weight next time. He showed very little discipline. This was the only prediction I got incorrect in the whole card. I had Rodriguez winning here. But yeah, like I said, this was a very bad fight by Lazy Boy Rodriguez. Unlike David Martinez, who had a great performance against Simon Oliveira. Man, what a UFC debut for the up-and-comer in David Martinez. He landed a beautiful counter right, followed with a nasty knee to the face that sent Oliveira to the canvas, where Martinez finished it with some hammer fists. His boxing looked very good and crispy. It was very tight, and his kicks are, again, very dangerous, like he showed in his previous two fights. And I am definitely a new fan of Martinez. I feel like he's going to go very far, and I'm super excited for him. There's not really much to say about Simon Oliveira here. But yeah, people got to watch out for Martinez. He's a great prospect to watch out for sure. I got this pick correct as well, and I did predict the method of victory as well. So this put me at 7-4-1. But yeah, the next fight we're going to talk about is Raul Rosas Jr. going up against Vince Morales. Rosas looked okay on the feet. He had the upper hand over Morales, but he definitely needs to improve on that. His grappling looked good as well, even though he almost got put to sleep in various occasions. But in the future, he needs to prevent from getting into those positions in the first place. Morales didn't look too bad, but I think he'll be cut from the UFC. This was a good win for Rosas. However, he did show some weaknesses in his game. He's still young. He's still got time to work on those, and I think he's going to go pretty far, maybe top 15. I'm not sure if he can get in the top 10, but definitely top 15 for sure. But yeah, moving on to our next fight, we got Edgar Chairez versus CJ Vergara. Chairez got a great and very emotional win over Vergara. Chairez caught Vergara with a left hook that dropped him, and instead of following up with ground and pound, Chairez went for a rear naked choke, and he made Vergara tap out. This is a great comeback win for Chairez. Like I said, it was also very emotional. This was a good showing for Edgar Chairez. I'm not sure how far he can get, but he definitely has some skill, and like I said in the previous video, he's huge for the flyweight division. But yeah, this was a pretty good win. I got the pick correct as well. This put me at 9-1. I didn't get the method of victory correct, but I did have Edgar Chairez winning here. But yeah, for the co-main event of the evening, we had Manuel Torres versus Drew Dober. Manuel Torres looked great. He got a good comeback win with a KO over Drew Dober. He was throwing bombs, eventually landing a 1-2 that slept over, which Torres followed up with a crazy barrage of strikes to the head, which led to Drew Dober not knowing where the hell he was. He got up not knowing that the fight was already finished. He was still trying to fight Manuel Torres, but I feel like Drew Dober needs a rest after so much damage to the head. He should go back to modeling for a bit. Nah, I'm just kidding. But he definitely does need a rest. I don't know what would be next for him, but this was a good win for Manuel Torres. He looked super good. That's pretty much all I got to say for these guys. I also got this prediction correct. I got both the winner and the method of victory as well. This put me at 10-1 for the night. But yeah, moving on to the main event of the evening between Brandon Moreno and Steve Erceg. Man, this fight was a fun and very high level striking fight. Moreno looked very sharp, was kind of slowing down towards the end of the fight. He did land the better and more precise shots, even though Erceg had the volume. Moreno's head movement looked pretty good, other than him dropping his head a little bit too much, which was kind of scaring me. His defense was great, making Erceg miss a lot. It didn't even feel like Erceg landed 119 strikes. Erceg did have his moments, especially in that third round, which is the only round that I think he did win. But Moreno won the other four very decisively and rightfully so. So that led him to winning the unanimous decision over Erceg. Like I said, this was a good striking fight. They both looked pretty good. I had Moreno winning here. That put me at 11-1. So yeah, guys, these are my thoughts on tonight's fights. Definitely a banger of a card. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys in the next video. Adios.